Hello, my beautiful queens and kings. So, today, per request, we are going to be discussing the importance of, or not really the importance of, well, okay, I'm not starting over. Okay, I'm not starting over. I already started over another video because I already messed up the intro, and it's just like, no, I'm not doing that. So I'm just looking at my laptop because um, I had somebody comment about a future discussion, finding peace and starting fresh again, and we are definitely going to be speaking on that. Um, but first of all, I just have to say to the Sunshine, what is it? The Sunshine Bliss Project? Yes, thank you so much for commenting as much as you do. Like, it's not taken what's like lightly. It's not like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, that means so much to me. Like, the interaction, the like, that is like, I take it like it's personal. Like, I'm not like a robot. I'm not one of these AIs that, like, and like these avatars that are like whatever pretending to be real people and creating channels and all that shit. Like, we ain't got time for that. But man, we are in a place like, it's just now a new a calendar year, because we know the new year really starts in we know when the new year starts. It ain't in the middle of friggin' winter. But anyway, um what was I saying? I got a grocery order on the way, and my baby's taking a nap. I'm trying to block that out with, yeah, anyway. So, but okay, so back to the whole topic and finding peace again. So it's hard when, if you, let's say, like for me, like when I was still living with the narcissist and the enabler, I knew that peace was possible because I felt it within myself. I was like, I'm at peace. I know there's peace out there. I see other people living these peaceful dream lives that I should be living, that I feel like I'm in alignment with, but it wasn't happening around me. What I had to really ask myself is like, okay, once I saw like these people around me are like, this is just how they are. They're not going to change. As much as I held on to hope that they would be able to see, like, okay, yes, I understand, like, you're the parent, you're the older one, you're supposed to, teach me, you're supposed to be the leader, whatever. Maybe I'm hoping that you can see through me that it's possible to have peace. It's possible to change your life. It's possible to, just eat healthy and just be healthy and just have a healthy mindset. But once I realized that wasn't possible, that's when I became what people like to call like selfish. Like, call it selfish if you want to, but it's more so coming home to yourself and realizing like it's okay to want to experience peace. And it's, like I said, it's not easy, because eventually you're going to get to a point to where you have to let those people go. You have to move on. If that is the only way that you can have any type of peace, the only type of peace I would have is when, like, when I was living with them, if they'd go out of town, but I'm still in their dirty house, and I'm like, still, it was still no peace. So there was no peace. I didn't have any peace until I finally left. And that's what you're going to have to do when you are starting over. Like, here I am, right? I've quantum leaped. That's how I know without a doubt that this external reality is just temporary. I'm just waiting on the universe to catch up to where I've quantum leaped, because I know what I'm deserving of. So when you first decide, like, I'm starting fresh again, and your external reality, you're like, but what the actual fuck is going on? Like, if you watch my other video where I first came to this, I call it a homeless shelter. The people like to call it, that live here, call it like a different thing. And it's like, let's call it what it is. Like, this is a homeless shelter. Like, stop playing. Um, anyways, when I first got here, tell me why. No, seriously though, tell me why. The first 2 days, I didn't even shower. I was like borderline, like almost like falling into a depression, and spirit came over me by the third day and was just like, hell no, like, we're not doing this. And so um I went and got some cleaning products, and I cleaned the bathroom, and I finally took a shower, and that immediately raised my vibration and my frequency. And I was like, all right, like, I just got to it. I just got to doing what I had to do. But my point is, what I'm saying, my whole point of saying all of that is to say that once you first start fresh, you have got to constantly remind yourself that it is just temporary. Because when you finally, like, we think like, oh, we're finally, like, it could be years and years and years. It was decades for me before I finally left and found myself some peace. You would think that once you finally decide to have peace, once you finally decide to have that fresh start, that everything should just be amazing. But a lot of times it's not going to happen like that. And most times, like, it's not going to happen that way for you. And the reason is because the universe cannot create your new reality on a messed up foundation, on a foundation of narcissism, of chaos, of toxicity, even if it wasn't you. Okay? It wasn't you. It's not you. I know it's not. But you're going to have to go through a period of like clearing all of that out, clearing all of that energy out. So then the universe can bring in your blessings. So during that time, you're just going to have to keep reminding yourself,